It had been a rough few months for me. I wasn't really making it as an apprentice sorcerer. Everything was going well for a while and business was great. Tragedy struck one day when I sold an adventurer a flame spell to slay an orc in the woods. What I thought was a flame scroll was actually a love spell, which overpowered the orc, who became quite enamored by the young adventurer. Unfortunately, the adventurer survived the ordeal and sued me into oblivion. I was out of a job and out of money, and on top of all that, rent was due. It seemed pretty hopeless to me until I got this flyer in the mail. It said, "Calling all alchemists to the Humunculus fighting fair. Bring your abominations, big cash prize." I never was any good at crafting potions. I never was any good at making spells. But I had messed up in all sorts of monsters I'd made. I'd make the meanest homunculus I could. I'll take it down to fight in the fair, and I'll win the damn thing too. I think my luck is finally turning around. So that was the trailer for my game, Humunculus, Quest for the Rent. I will go ahead and just display the startup screen right here. If it'll load, there we go. So, right now it's pretty rudimentary. We got, I think, option spelled incorrectly, which we can fiddle with the options again spelled incorrectly, I think. We can load a game. I have a pretty rudimentary system for loading and saving. So we have that. New game. We can select our things here. I'm not going to press start because it'll play the cutscene over again because it automatically plays the cutscene when you start a new game. So I'm going to exit out and then I'll just go right to the first scene. So yeah, the general idea of this game is that you are going to be a homunculus guy. This is your character right there, and you're going to be a tiny, I think the legend of homunculus is like some tiny man in a little tube that was made through alchemy or some shit, and they tried to make him back in the 16th century. So I thought that was pretty funny. So I made this whole game here, and it's really not going to be a very serious game. The mechanics are going to be very similar to like the old 3D Zelda games, where you just kind of have to get through a dungeon. There's going to be all types of monsters to fight. We got some monsters over here. I'll display him in a little bit. Just a nice little ogre thing. But yeah, I'll go ahead and play this. Maybe it'll load. There we go. So I do have some problems with optimization, and right now he's locked into a cutscene. I probably should lock the camera in place because that's kind of really annoying and it's disorienting for the player. But you know, I can't move right now because I'm locked in with this cutscene. I have to get through it. I'll probably get someone to do voice acting, or maybe do the voice acting myself. I don't know. Now we can move around. And so we have this area here. And I've kept it kind of intentionally dark. We don't have a whole lot around right now. But yeah, I'll display more as I can. This is your companion here. You're going to try and break out of the this room with him. He's obviously a friendly guy. That's why he's locked in a cage like that. You're on top of a table, so I wouldn't recommend jumping off. Falls will kill you. Let's go ahead over here, and you can actually see the FPS about 36 and 38, 33. The MBs are megabytes used for storage right now, so I don't really know how if that's good or bad. But yeah, we can see the less material changes I have, you know, the higher the frame rate's going to go. So if I keep jumping, and I jump into oblivion, you can see all the material up there. It gets down to yeah, like 30 20 frames some places. But so yeah, there's a lot of optimization I have to do. I'll pick up that spell, and this is my little save icon over here. I don't really want to go to it right now because I think there's a bug with it. But we go here and we have our spell menus, so we can select our spells. Right now it's not hooked up to anything, it's just kind of a demonstration of how it will work, and then we can exit on out of here. And I'm still kind of working out some of the bugs, but I will do this. We can use a blast and knock that down, and then we just got killed. So it'll play a nice death scene for us. We were defeated by the humble pot, and that's a congratulations. You get in there, and then the game will resume after the cutscene. And of course we got to go through all that again, but luckily we can skip it pretty quickly. And exit out of here again. We'll pick up the spell again, and this time we won't get killed by the pot. Yeah, we can jump as much times as we want because I just, you know, I need to be able to get around the map when I'm trying stuff out. So we don't get murdered by the pot, and that green line is just immediate geometry that kind of helps us know where we're pointing at. So we come on up here, and we can jump down, pick up another spell, which I don't have programmed in yet. And that's basically going to be a shrink spell, so that'll shrink this thing down so that we can then walk. We'll then be down on the ground over here. Our path is blocked by this plant monster guy, so we're going to have to negotiate with him. And these are all my assets that I made in Blender. I've been making these for about like 2 or 3 years now. I just have a lot of assets because I've been working with Blender and trying to get better as a modeler. So these crates are actually optimized, and they're I took down a lot of vertices on these, and I'm pretty proud of them because that was the first time that I took material and mapped it and got it all right. And then this was also made in Blender using a curve, so that was pretty cool. So we go on up here, and you know, eventually there'll be enemies and maybe even like a little puzzle over here, some locked doors or something. But we make our way up to Plant Monster. And we do have footstep sounds. So yeah, this is our Plant Monster guy who we will talk to. And he has an animation that I can't get to play right now because I don't have it locked into the game anywhere. But we also have some enemies. I'm not sure where he's at. Let's see if we can find him. He's pretty quick. And if he hits me, I'm dead. So yeah, we got some cool material things going on with this guy. And then, yeah, I guess I'll probably go ahead and take a hit. He's still a little buggy. You died. Too bad. You were in the wrong neighborhood. So yeah, I kind of think the death screens, I mean, I'm going to make them skippable, obviously, because that'd be super annoying to make them non-skippable, but I think they're fun. So I'll probably do more of them. And yeah, at this point, a lot of the game is open-ended, and I have a lot of optimization issues going on right now. As you can see, I really think I need to get the material changes down to as few as possible, so I can you know, there are a lot of techniques for doing stuff like that. And yeah,